Is it curtains for the big Republican effort to pass a new health care bill? Well, no, at least not yet. But the question is relevant this week because Republicans in the Senate are going to try to pass their version of a repeal Obama and replace it bill. This is their version of a bill the House passed a few weeks ago. And going in, it doesn't look good on the surface. 5 Republican senators have already said they're opposed to the legislation. And having no Democratic support in the Senate, Republicans can afford to lose only 2 senators, or it is going to be curtains for that legislation. And to make it more complicated, the senators who are opposed come from both the conservative side of the aisle, where they think the bill doesn't do enough to cut back on government expenditures on health care, and on the moderate side of the aisle, where they think it does too much to cut back on government expenditures for health care. On top of that, the bill is not popular publicly. In our Wall Street Journal NBC News poll completed last week, only 16% of those we surveyed said they thought the bill was a good idea. 48% said it's a bad idea. Those are pretty daunting numbers. But here's the big caveat. Some of that Republican opposition in the Senate is probably tactical rather than final, which is to say senators are saying they're opposed now to try to win some concessions to change the legislation more to their liking. In fact, the bigger problem in the end may be moderate senators on the Republican side, not conservative senators on the other side. But here's the big reason to still be cautious in assessing the chances for this legislation. The big question Republicans have to grapple with politically is, will the political damage for doing nothing be greater than the political damage of supporting a piece of legislation that's not particularly popular? It's not at all clear how they'll answer that question, and how they do will, more than anything else, determine the fate of the health care bill in the Senate.